Nia has a question. Okay, I want to add a podcast to my business. Do you podcast for your business? If so, have you used Riverside or Descript? I'm going to let Fran answer this.
Oh, that's a two-part.
It is.
Okay, so we use both.
Yes.
And I think it really depends on what you want to do with your podcasting. If you're recording remotely with people, I would say Riverside is a must. The quality, number one, the video quality and the audio quality that you're going to get on Riverside is the best out there right now. And also because, when people are remote, there could be internet problems, connection drops off, the person disappears. Riverside has been the most reliable in not losing the files. We've had this happen many times on this channel recording and also on our own individual. Every time, never fails. I used to use Descript, and with Descript you get SquadCast for free once you pay for Descript, and that is lower quality. It does come included, but it is lower quality, and I have lost many a recording when people drop off because it has to be at a certain point of the upload on their end and all of these things. So I would say Riverside is a safer bet. Nothing is 100% safe, but it's a safer bet, and the quality is much, much better. So for recording, I would say that if you're doing remote, if you're doing a solo show, then it's different. Then I wouldn't be as concerned with that. So for editing, though, I do not like to edit in Riverside. Their editor is, I know there's a name for it, but obviously it's web-based. You do have the text, but it's different than the Descript editor. The Descript editor works a little bit more like traditional video editing. The what did I used to use before? It was Adobe's Premiere or Cut Pro something. I can't remember. It's been years that I've been using Descript, but it works more like those. So you have your regular text-based editor where you can edit like a Word document, but you also have access to your timeline and you can make cuts and things on it. You have scenes that you can preset scenes. So for example, you want to do a particular edit, insert a picture or do a movement with the image or something. You can have things saved and then you just apply that preset to that particular piece of video, and it takes you 5 minutes. You do the work once, you create all your formats and all your templates, you apply it once and it's done. So editing becomes really smooth and fast. So I would say for editing, Riverside does not replace Descript. Now, they used to have a great integration. It was a one button, you transfer directly from your recording from Riverside to Descript. That has gone away. And I don't know whose fault that is, if it was a Riverside problem or a Descript problem, but they don't talk to each other anymore. So now it's a pain in the butt because you have to download the files and upload them into Descript, which is a little bit more time consuming, but I am still doing that because I still don't like the editor. There's a lot more room for errors. There's a lot less precision. You can have some settings, like you can have your caption settings and you can have certain things in settings, but it still does not compare to editing in Descript. So
Nia, let us know, are you planning a solo show or are you planning to bring guests in?
Yes,
that would also be helpful. Like, what is your long-term vision for this? I just want to jump in and add that I do believe podcasting is a great additional layer to a blog strategy. I'm also going to go on a limb and say video podcasting more specifically. So even if you are doing a solo show, friend, just having your microphone, I have a microphone right in front of me. That's it right here. I'm not touching it because of the noise. And you have your camera, that is it. Even if this is your computer and you're just, doing that, do that at the bare minimum. I want to encourage everyone to capture that video. We did talk about it in our board meeting live at the top of the month about it. I know that video is a bit confusing because, we're fielding questions and we're explaining the different angles. We are going to do a dedicated video on that. But listen, all roads are leading to video. Apple is getting into it. Obviously, Spotify is already there. When we experiment with clips on Spotify, so not even uploading the whole video, but just clips, it is pushing you out to the algorithm, their algorithm, whatever that is, and it's reaching more listeners. People are uploading full videos on YouTube as well. So I really want us to get in the practice, because when I started podcasting, it was just legit my laptop. I didn't even have a mic, if I'm gonna be very honest. And I was just talking into my phone, talking into my computer, uploading the audio. That was very raw. That was years ago. But now if I'm starting from scratch. Everything now I'm recording video. So I really want to get into it. And Nia says, that's it. It will be solo and it will be video podcasting. I'm glad, I'm glad you're
Stick to the
mentally
script only though. I
do the
think that
script.
you don't need Riverside until
No.
you start bringing on guests.
Yeah. I think the script is enough because like even my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be honest with you, I record straight into the script. I just clean up a little bit in the beginning, clean up a little bit at the end and post. Also want to encourage you, Nia, since this is something you're planning to add, also don't get too much into the editing and the angles. Actually, we're moving into a space now where less edits is best. And just, even if you have to pause to think and stuff like that, the more live it feels, the better, like us doing lives. You see how we mess up. Last week I had like my brain just was not braining. I needed caffeine. So don't focus too much on the edits. I think the script is great. Don't do things too tight in terms of spacing. Let it be a natural conversation. You don't need Riverside since it's just you. So yeah, the script is it for you.